Hello, everyone. This is Tammy Morrison of Unleashing Your True Self Publishing. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I just wanted to talk about the snow. So, for those of you that don't know, I am in the Pacific Northwest and we have been hit by a snowstorm that was just tragedy. That wasn't even the word I was trying to use. I was saying treacherous. I was looking out the window to see if it was still snowing or if it had still stopped because it had snowed for so long on yesterday. And um, I'm not that used to snow like that. Not. Mm-mm. So I am like the bear. I am hibernating, and that is just fine. Okay, I don't know. That is irritating my nerves. Okay, I had on some Christmas jazz, y'all, but I don't like this one. So let me find another one. I probably need to say instrumental. Yeah, because that's what I want. Okay, so how was your holidays? Everyone, I hope that your holidays were amazing because mine were good. I actually didn't have to go to work, y'all, because of the snow. I worked actually Christmas, which it was actually a pretty intense day. Generally, I've been working holidays for years and years and years. Typically, I used to work all the holidays. Sometimes, I think I would take off. My kids were growing up Thanksgiving because we generally would go home for Thanksgiving. So I would take that off, but I worked generally all the other holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve, all of them, pretty much. Yeah. They would make us stupid offers, like they would pay us double time to work the holiday. So most of the time we did it. Um, But this year I worked Christmas and I will not be working New Year's Eve. I'm not doing it. I just made up my mind because I have done it for so many years. And I'm like, somebody else needs a chance to do it. It just can't always be me. So this year I am blessed. I am not working that day, nor New Year's Day either. Because typically I thought back, I think I have worked every either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, or some years both. So yeah, so I'm not doing that. So how is your holidays going? Um, it's been such a blessing. I just got a message from my daughter that she and her boyfriend are have tested positive for COVID. She had a scare a couple of weeks ago, but then she was negative. But then she was exposed to somebody at her job, and weird enough, her boyfriend the same thing. They were both exposed to people at their job, and so they both tested positive. But I had sent them a care package a couple weeks ago when she called me about um, feeling like she was positive, which at that time she was not. So weird. It's so weird. But she was feeling sick, so I had sent her some echinacea and some other herbs and some supplements and stuff to help her. For both of them actually. I just sent the biggest thing I could send, and just so they could both make sure their immunity was up to par. So now I guess that was in preparation for this, which is so weird because she said that they're both asymptomatic. So then neither one of them are having symptoms now. Before, she felt like she might have been having symptoms because she said she was sick as a dog. And one thing about that child, even when she was younger, she's now in her 30s, but when she was younger, she was not a sickly child. She hardly ever got sick. But the thing is when she did get sick, oh my God, it was horrible. It's like the once she got sick, and she would get sick like every couple of years usually. So she would get something, and it usually was just some type of cold virus, something. It wasn't even anything they could really treat. So, but she would be sick. Oh my God, that girl would be sick as a dog, and it would last a few days, maybe a week, and then she was done, and she was good. And she would recover easily. So, so anyway, so she was one of those kids, and then I had another one that that boy would get strep throat. Seemed like any if it came through his school or his class or anything like that, or he was around anybody with it, he would get it. He got it a few times. I can think at least 4 different times. I think he got strep. I think it was 4 times, but it was, yeah. And he would be, it was intense because he would be so calm and peaceful with it. And I had never had it until I was an adult. And when I got it, I was like, I don't know how he dealt with this because that thing is so awful. Your throat hurts so bad you can't even swallow. It hurts. So I couldn't figure out how he dealt with it, but he did. Um, but anyway, the snow, y'all. The snow. Oh my God. It's so pretty to look at. But Lord Jesus, you don't want to go out there in it. You don't want to drive in it. It's just madness. And who knew that it was going to come? So, what are you guys doing for 2022? Because for me, I am definitely pivoting, making some transformations and some transitions, and doing some things that may be big and scary. But I'm super excited about it. I am so excited about it because it's doing things that I've pretty much always wanted to do and just did not have the courage to step out and do it, or didn't have the education, maybe, as far as understanding the concepts of what it is that I desire. And then there's that other piece, the clarity. Because the thing is as we begin to step out into business and things, especially if you are wanting to make this change and make this transformation, and you want to go in the phone booth and come out as Superman. That's what we want to do. We want to go in the phone booth and we want to come out as Superman or Supergirl or Spider-Man or whoever or Neo. But we want to make these transformations and we want them to be quick. That's the tip. And so sometimes it's quick to make the transformation in your mind, to think about it and make that shift. Let me take that back. It can be. It can be quicker to make that shift in your mind and just my sister just commented. She said, I remember Sydney had the pink eye and Dylan had strep and both slept with me and then I got both. Yes, that was a crazy time. Oh goodness. But yeah, so as you begin, to embark on this new year, because this new year is going to be whatever you decide it's going to be. For me, I decided it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. I got a word for the year, which I decided to take, and it was forward. So I'm going forward, making shifts, pivoting, making transformations. So make sure that you follow me so that you can see how I'm moving because it's that time. Super, super, super excited about my book project. So I have a book project going on. It's a multi-author book, Passing the Pearls. And I'm super, super, super excited about it because writing is something that I've always done and something that I'm fucking good as shit at. I'm really good at it. And it's something that I realized, it's like you can be good at things forever and ever and ever. And everybody and their mama knows that you're good at it. But if you don't know that you're good at it, it's just not a good thing. So I realized that I'm good at that. And I realized that I'm good at helping other people with the writing and holding the space for them and helping them to, use their craft and their God given gifts um, in order to help them to process whatever they need to process. Because that is what the key is. We use our God given gifts to process in whatever way that we desire. And that's another thing. I'm kicking one out of my vocabulary. I'm replacing it with desire. My sister said, can't wait. Replacing it with desire. So whatever I desire, whatever you desire, that is what our 2022 will be. So for me, this is my time, and I'm so grateful that I am off from work. I don't have to go to anybody's job until next year. So I have this time to process and write out and journal on my year and the things that I desire and where I want my year to go. Because the thing is we have all this time, but then we don't. so, so you want to really begin to focus and really begin to take yourself where you want to go. Stop, don't blame anybody because whatever happened to you, yes, somebody else may have been involved. However, you don't have to continue in that same place. After they've done what they've done, it's up to you to make those moves and make those shifts and make those transitions. It's up to you. There's nobody else that's going to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. So, y'all like my earrings? I just made them. I thought they were so cute when I seen the things. Thank you, Shell. Um, but it was so cute. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna grab those. I'm gonna make some earrings with them. And that's what I've done. So I made these earrings and they're just so cute. Oh my gosh. And it was so easy to make. So that was another thing that I decided I was going to do because for one thing, making jewelry for me is therapeutic, really. I mean, it helps me so much, excuse me, with stress busting. So I need to drink a little tea. So anyway, this book is so amazing. And it's the first of many. It's the first one that I'm doing because I knew that it was something I wanted to do and the opportunity came in my face. So I decided to step out of fear and just work through all of that. And so this book is Passing the Pearls, and it's about our grandmothers. And I wanted to write this book to pay homage to our ancestors. And that one is my grandmother. And so I started on that path and journey to writing that book. And then I got an idea to ask other people to come in and help me. And let's push this forward. Let's bring um, peace into the world because beautiful stories help bring peace into the world. And we need that so bad, especially now, especially with all the stuff that we are dealing with in the world and in the planet. We need it. We need beautiful stories so that people can read them and feel good and, you know, pay it forward, be kind because that is something that we need in this planet. People need to be kind because people just aren't sometimes, and it's no excuse and no reason, why they're not. But this book is going to be amazing. Passing the Pearls. Um, I'm looking to fill it. The word count is 1,000 to 3,000 words. So it depends on what you want to write. I will put the link to the information application, whatever you want to call it. It has applications in it, and it's has information for the contributors. But yeah, so it's amazing. I'm just super 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 excited about it. I just popped it on the screen there. But it's going to be, oh my God. I mean, and we will do definitely help you to become a bestseller. So if you haven't done multi-author books before and you haven't been a bestseller, you will now. And if you have done them before, then you'll be another bestseller, which that is for me, because I've been a bestseller. So it's amazing. It's just a feeling that you get. I mean, and the thing is, it can mean whatever you want it to mean. You know what I mean? It's like it's a badge of honor for one thing, yes, but it's a way to help you, in your business, because you can say, I'm a best-selling author. It just rings like that. And you can say, I wrote a book because you did, and it's so awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting this book filled so that we can publish and be published. My goal is to get this thing published by February, or sometime like right in the beginning before March, because that is really what I want to do, so that we can launch this thing and get this thing out into the planet. So, if this is something you have been thinking of, you've been kicking it around, and you know people, or you know people that are writers, and you think this would be a good opportunity for them, they had an amazing relationship with their grandmother, or they are able to put together an amazing story about her, cool. Share this and let them know. Share the details, the link. Actually, you can also connect them with me, and we can have a conversation if that's something, because I know some people like to have conversations. So I've been having conversations with people, talking. Some people like to do stuff in the messenger, so I've been doing that. Email, whatever it is that because there's so many different ways to communicate. And I know that, we live in a busy society, and people are doing like lots of things. And if you're like me, and you have your business, and then you work also a full-time job, and you also have a husband, and then at one point I had kids, to take care of on a day-to-day basis, but I don't have that right now, praise God. But yeah, so I know that people are busy. So it just, um, it makes sense to me to have, a few different ways to communicate. And we'll also have probably a Facebook group, so that everybody could come in and see what's going on, and I can actually post things in there so that you're aware of the timetable and stuff like that, and what you need to do and all that kind of stuff. But what I ask is that when you fill the application and you decide that this is what you want to do and be a part of this project, that you fill the application, you also put your bio and your professional photo. So if you don't have a professional photo, I would advise you to make sure that you get one of those. Most of us have those if we're in business. So I think it's not that big of a deal. But if you don't have one, that would be something that you need to do. It needs to be a high resolution portrait, so that it, fits on the back of the page. So that it fits on the back of the page like this. See, these pictures are all good high resolution photos. And so they look real good on the cover. So you want to get, something that is high resolution as far as a photo. And that's the reason behind it. Because people always ask questions, well, I can get it on my whatever. I can do it, take it on my phone and this and that. And you may be able to do that if you have, if the software that it takes to make sure that it is high resolution. Or you may have one of those phones that takes pictures that are high resolution. I don't know, because there are some new phones out that are doing amazing things. However, you want to make sure that you have a professional photo available, especially if you're in business and if you are wanting to do summits and podcasts and things like that. You want professional photos. Because for me, I have a podcast and I have not been asking for those, but I need to. I just started. And so I've been taking some of the photos from people's Facebook pages and things like that, because, I need a photo because I'm promoting the show. And then again, I also have a television show, and it's also a podcast, Straight Out of Savannah. And if you would like to join me with that, you can send me a message or comment, podcast or show or whatever, and I'll get back to you about that as well, and drop you that link so you can schedule. If you are changing the planet, if you're an entrepreneur and you're changing the planet, you want to get some exposure, come on my show. My show is also on multiauthor.com, and that's another opportunity that I have as well. I'm full of opportunities, y'all. I have a TV show on multiauthor.com if that's something that you are interested in, getting your own show, being a creator, producer, because I create my own show and produce my own show, and it belongs to me, so that if I decide to leave multiauthor.com, then my shows are mine. They don't belong to them. That is, to me, that's a total difference in the network. That was a big thing. That's huge. So if you decide you want to go someplace else or do something else or whatever, then those shows are still yours. They don't belong to the network. So that is, and if you've done any research, if you are looking into doing that and you've seen that, that a lot of networks are not like that. Your content is theirs once you put it on their show. So if that's something that you're interested in, also reach out to me. It is $7.99 a year for that. So that is like a steal of a deal because somebody else approached me and wanted what did they want? They wanted $400. I think it was going to be somewhere between $300 and $400 a month for this show, and I was like, "Ooh!" So I got a kind of a steal with this other one. So if that is something that you're interested in, join us. It's an amazing family environment. Um, I love it. So that is another thing. So if you are looking and you're interested in having your own TV show, make sure that you send me a message and let's talk about it. Also, we have like there's the information. You can come to the meeting. We have a meeting on Wednesday nights at I think it's 7 o'clock. Maybe it's 8 o'clock, but Eastern time. Yeah, maybe it's 8. So anyway, if you would like to do that, reach out to me, and you can come and listen in on the meeting and see if it's something that interests you and that you're ready to take that leap and take that move and make that move for 2022. Because 2022 is going to be open. It's going to be a lot of things that happen in that year. I've been feeling into it, and so you want to make sure that you are getting prepared and getting yourself ready for this new year. All right. So again, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to get off here because I have a meeting also to go to in a couple of minutes. So definitely reach out to me if this calls to you, if it's tugging at your heart, if you had a grandmother that you had an amazing relationship with, like me, and you want to write and share the stories about it. Make sure that you check out the link. There's 3 different contribution levels. There's one you can write 1,000 words and you get your 150-word bio and your professional photo. And that one is, I think, 662. And the next level is 3,000 words, and you still get the 150-word bio and the professional photo for 1222. And then I think the VIP is 2222, and it is 3,000 words. You'll get a clarity call, a creative clarity call from me, with me, where we can talk about your chapter, and 150-word bio plus the professional photo, and those are 3,000 words, and that's 2222. So those are the contribution levels of getting into the book. Yeah, so if those things are what you're looking for, because the thing is 1,000 words is so easy to write if you're a writer. You're not a writer, it might be a little bit harder. But if you're a writer, you can write 1,000 words almost in your sleep. So again, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're a business owner and you're ready to supersize your visibility, because that is generally what a book does, it supersizes your visibility. And I'll also give you strategies and tips to use in order to help you as well. So again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, weekend. And for the replay viewers, please make sure that you hit a hashtag replay just so I can say thank you so much for watching. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will talk soon. Bye now. I'll see you tomorrow.